steering it is broken down.
Recording. Let's double check. This is sloppy looking already. I don't care. Welcome back, guys. It's me, the HeracrsossYT. Get out of my face, stupid screen recorder. And we are back for another video. This one is special because it was helped by the guidance for thumbnail making and ideas, pretty much, from HeracrsossYT, which is here co-hosting with me for a special video tonight. As you saw by the thumbnail, and you can probably tell by the trucks looking at them right now, we have a special F1 and Monster Jam crossover, two of my favorite motorsports. I already have a Dream Comet and Monster Jam crossover with the Huna truck mod that I have made. Now we are here ready to start off with a two-stop tour. 4 events, and we're here getting ready for the first one. We have Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari, and we have Lance Stroll in the Racing Point truck. And before we start off with intros, Heracross, how do you feel that our driver's gonna compete out here tonight?
This is more biased than I don't have anything. Then Lance Stroll's dad buying a Racing Point to put his son in the seat. It's more biased than that. All right. Personally, I think Seb's gonna smash it.
So there is one thing I would like to say real quick. This might change your point a little bit. These trucks are actually spec'd out the same. First, I mean the Racing Point truck got the tune, and then I just spawned the truck again, and then put Sebastian Vettel's body on it. So pretty much they are the exact same truck. Knowing how Sebastian Vettel, sorry, I can't speak. Knowing how Sebastian Vettel tends to drive, which sometimes is a little bit more aggressive, I feel like he might have the upper hand, only if this was a dirt arena. Right now it is concrete, which is harder. And the entire track is made out of cars, so most of it's most likely going to be metal on metal, pretty much. So,
right.
Let's get into it. Yes, this is pre-recorded. Don't judge me. I'm lazy.
People do voiceovers all the time.
Yes.
That's Lance Stroll's going to be the first one out.
This is definitely intros. We have 3 events lined up for you tonight. There's time trials, which I should probably do this as intros is happening. I should get a timer set up so we can make sure we know who is the fastest. Recording this, I don't know, but it looked like it might have been Sebastian Vettel, but we can never know. This is why we have this. So, as you can see, this is pretty much just to show the trucks off and let the fans that are not at this arena, but will be at the next stop. Yeah. I have it on standby as well. Just to let you know, replay mode is weird, so as you can see right there how the van is just, for some reason, jiggling. You're gonna see things like that throughout. And now Sebastian Vettel is coming out for intros. Right now they're pretty much just making sure the trucks are running properly and that the cars are nice and practically just a metal ramp for when time trials comes out.
Maybe the cars have rear steer, so
Yeah.
maybe he can manage his rear downforce a little bit more.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a tough course, I will say so myself. As Sebastian Vettel is going to get the bus stack colored after his Ferrari. He's going to prop up on that. This is for the fans to get pictures. We do have our cameraman on a very risky rooftop. As you can see, this is probably not the safest place to be.
We should give him a raise for it.
Oh, he's getting paid well. Trust me, trust me.
Okay.
But now we are getting set up for time trials. So if you guys do not know how this competition is pretty much going to work, they each get one pass, aka lap, around the course, and whoever has the fastest time around is the person who wins.
So basically how everyone else in the world does qualifying except Americans. NASCAR,
yes.
IndyCar, I'm looking at you. Because why do you do it in miles per hour? What? Average miles per hour is so weird now. I always used to think
I don't like it.
Yeah, I used to think it was lap time.
There is one thing I would like to say real quick. The headers tend to produce a bit of smoke, so when you see them having the truck at a constant, like, idle, like high rev, you're going to see the smoke come out. That is not an issue. I forgot to start my stopwatch.
I started it on time. Shows out.
Dude, that was a little bit of a wonky hit. And past that white car, Stroll, for me, I started about a second late, so me it's going to be a 16.66. What time did you get on yours?
I got 14.7.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was Lance Stroll, and we're about to see if he is able to get the victory out here tonight, or if Sebastian Vettel is going to be the one to take the victory.
That's actually a pretty decent time from Stroll. I mean, I don't know how much you can push this track, because I haven't driven it myself, but...
Well, as you can see, the trucks are getting a lot of grip out here on the concrete.
Yeah.
So it
looks
is
like a decent amount of grip,
track.
but it also looks like when they turn the car, it's very tight.
Yes, indeed, the track
Looks
is
like Vettel's about to start his
designed
lap
to be tight. They do have the rear steer. The rules are a little bit more lenient on Season 1. There's only 2 drivers, and they are getting used to these trucks. They're going from cars that can practically drive upside down to trucks that have the power instantly. As Sebastian Vettel is ready,
He's revving that engine.
off
And
he
he's
goes.
away.
Has probably the quickest start out of the 2 trucks.
That was a very fast start.
Yes,
I'm glad I got
indeed.
decent reflexes to start off the timer.
14.40 on my time. What did you get on
That
yours?
was very quick from Sebastian Vettel. I stopped it kind of late, but I got 13.34.
So by both of our standards, from both of our times, Sebastian Vettel is going to take the first victory of this tour. Sebastian Vettel.
I think the start does it for him. That start was absolutely fantastic.
Yes, indeed. That was you could see how much grip he was getting off the start. So now for competition number 2, this is going to be wheelies. They only get 2 hits, and it's pretty much on how well the wheelie has and the amount of control. They can, like, high scores can go from it going straight up and down to them walking it and having control over the truck. As Lance Stroll comes out with a pretty decent start onto that event.
Alright.
As he's gonna go for the final hit, gets a little bit weird of a hit,
That's
but
a
gets
weird
straight up
man.
and down. 2 decent hits from Lance Stroll
So you're gonna wheel it back around.
to park that beautiful GWT truck. How do you?
Yeah.
What would you rate his run out here tonight so far?
The run wasn't bad. We'll give it a 6.5. It wasn't a bad run at all, but nothing special.
I couldn't agree more with you. I would have probably went a little bit lower, but 6.5, definitely a good score. As now it's time for Sebastian Vettel.
All right.
Looks like the car is in decent condition as he just launches it straight up and down.
That landing wasn't that well, if I'm going to be pretty honest here. Maybe he can redeem it with the second one.
Yes, indeed. He's not going to get as up and down, but he's going to wheelie it from one tire to the next.
That was pretty good at the end.
Sebastian Vettel is definitely a good competitor. These two drivers are definitely brand new coming to the Monster Jam scene. So now, what should the score be?
I'll try to be as unbiased as I can. I'm not gonna lie. The first jump wasn't it. The first jump was very weird, especially the landing he got. And at least with the second jump, he landed it on one wheel, he switched it to the other, and he stabilized it. So, all in all, I'll give him a 7.
So
if he did normally the first one better, it probably would have been an 8.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. Now here's the final competition. Freestyle. Monster Jam fans, Monster Truck fans in general know this. They get a certain amount of time to perform the best they can to the capabilities. What we are going to be looking for is control, air, and the amount of carnage they can set on to these cars out here tonight. They will be getting 1 minute to perform as well as they can for you. I will be definitely handling the timer for you. Their first hit is what starts their time. Now it's all up to see, can they impress you out here tonight? This Lance Stroll is going to be the first one out. My favorite thing about these headers that these two trucks are running out here tonight is they have a lot of a pop to them. So like they have a lot of backfire. And I don't know why, but that just sounds cool. It's going to get a nice first hit out here tonight.
That was a nice hit.
Speed is not the only thing they really need to be focusing on out here tonight. As he saves it right there. Almost went over.
That's really good.
As more fans have seizures out here tonight.
That was an awkward landing. Half his time is gone.
Yes, indeed. He's definitely getting nice hits out here. As he's almost over again.
He's getting the airtime, but the suspension isn't absorbing the when he lands on the ground too much.
I feel like it's... Ooh, he got a nice cross-thread. That is something interesting.
And that's going to be his last run here.
Yep. That is definitely the end of his time. As he's going to get one more hit for the fans. Lance Stroll came out with a pretty decent run.
That was a pretty decent run indeed.
As he's going to bring the truck to the back so he can make sure it's all set up for event 2, which will be happening back at here later in this evening.
I never went to check the mineralized water that BWT sell. Maybe it's a good product. I don't care. They're not a main sponsor for Aston Martin anymore, so
that is. Honestly, I can't say if that's true or not because.
Cognizant is the new main sponsor.
Well, now it's time to see how Sebastian Vettel is going to do out here tonight. He has the double down trophy already for winning 2 events.
And he's away!
That was actually kind of an interesting hit that you got at the start.
Yeah, the landing was pretty interesting too. See the van doing its own thing.
We're just gonna ignore the van as he gets a little bit of an awkward hit on those crush cars, but it was worth it because he got the first hit on that side of the Mustang.
Yeah. As you can see, I feel like the way his hit is always awkward is because he doesn't go in straight. It's usually at an angle.
Yeah.
So the car is unbalanced, so sometimes it tips in the air. Just like that. As he lands on the rear wheel.
Yes, indeed.
He's got 15 seconds left.
That's going to pause his time real quick since he did hit the little barrier back there and he's going to have trouble to get it off. The time is pausing at 12 seconds. When he gets another hit, that's when it resumes. There we go. Beautiful air. That tire is going to be a bit warped, and we're going to see that next
Maybe
event.
he can do one more run? Looks like that's his run done.
He's going to end the run there. But because he wants to make sure the fans go home with an experience,
some donuts.
He's throwing it into some beautiful donuts, balancing it on two wheels. Over he goes. Can he save it?
Oh, he does save it.
Unfortunately, that's not going to count towards his score. But that is the final bit of his run out here tonight. That was a beautiful event.
He hasn't done some donuts in his Ferrari days, so I guess that has to be paid.
He hasn't done it a bit for his Ferrari, but at least he was able to come back and do it in a 12,000-pound truck.
Yeah.
So now
he's used to racing under 1,000-kilo cars. So Stroll's run was really good. But if I compare the two, Sebastian hits were awkward, but he always managed to stick the landing.
Yes, indeed.
You know, whether it's on unless it's on like two left side wheels, or it's on one like rear left or something.
Yeah.
He was always able to stick his truck on the ground without losing it. And I feel like Stroll was a little bit more cautious, I'm not gonna lie. There wasn't anything, I guess, more on edge. So
at the same time, when we look at Stroll's run, it's understandable on why he was cautious. These trucks are getting a massive amount of grip, and he wanted to be able to bring that truck into the next event having a nice clean body. As we can see, Sebastian Vettel just didn't care.
He wanted to have a little bit of fun.
And as we can see with the brand new CRD 2.0 mod, I am now doing an ad for something that isn't even technically mine. You're not going to be able to download these trucks anytime soon. I'm going to do the entire grid before I release all the trucks. As you can see, you got the low driver.
Oh, you're going to release the design. Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh. Thank you guys for joining us in Event 1. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe to know when the next event's coming out, because it's going to be coming out very soon. Thank you for joining me tonight in HeracrsossYT, and make sure you go subscribe to him. He definitely deserves it. He makes wonderful content, and I think last time it wasn't for him.
I think last time they listened, because I gained like 4 subs after the stream. So.
That's good. But in all seriousness, please go show him support. He makes wonderful content. He branches out way further than I do. He goes from games like Call of Duty to F1 2020. As most of my content is Rigs of Rods and BMG.
Let me correct that for him. I need to start uploading content again, and then you can sub.
Well, still go show him some support. Go watch some of his older videos. He's been doing it way longer than I have, and he definitely, like I've said, deserves all the support. And as I've already said, I would not be doing this if it wasn't here for him. He was the one who really got me into doing these kinds of things. He got me into YouTube pretty much, because I knew he was doing it, and it was something I liked to see, and I wanted to do it, and I wanted to grow a little bit of a fan base before I really did any kind of, like...
To be honest, I think that's a kid's... I think that's a kid's dream. We keep on waffling. Alright, it's the end of the video. There's too much waffle.
Yes, indeed. Like I said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next event. Peace.
Peace.